Welcome to the first in a series of videos on how to get massive XP every battle. I'll start with the medium tanks, and basically the series is centered around me pointing out through gameplay a couple of examples of where I do things in a specific way and where I specifically go in various maps. So stay tuned. Watch, maybe you'll learn something, maybe you can throw a couple of tricks my way. I'm happy to take input anytime. Now then, for a pattern on this map, from this side, I tend to utilize the dip right here. See, I'm going up here. From here, I will have good cover. I will be able to see them as they come down the hill and take shots, just not like that. And I can roll back into cover here if necessary. Now, it works best if there's actually a heavy tank down here, covering my right flank. But without it, we'll be okay. Shot, forward, nah, there's nothing here. So we'll probably need to go back up and see if we can get some flanking shots on the people now defending that corner. And here's where the fun starts. See how far I get up. Ricochets. That's a bad shot. Bad shot. There's no two ways about it. It was just a bad shot. Now you see I keep moving here because there's artillery around and they will try and shoot me. And if you get hit by artillery inside while you're in your pattern, chances are it's gonna hurt. There you go. Boom. That's why I move. Keep moving and you ruin their aim, especially because you're running across their aim at a 90-degree angle, so they very often will have to readjust the undercarriage of their artillery, ruining their aim and having to re-aim from the beginning. Now here's another thing about the pattern. It is really accurate on the move, and using overhead shooting is indeed an option you wouldn't take in many other tanks. I guess the E50 spring to mind. German series, not great for overhead aiming, but the pattern, very often I find that it's more accurate in overhead aiming than it is in natural aiming. I would have stolen that kill, but never mind. So then once we've made them pull back, we go up along the flank here and we start taking some flanking shots from here. The pattern has decent penetration, 218, which for a tier 9 is not a lot compared to the Centurion's 268. So you need to be a bit more aware of where you shoot. Okay. Anyway, we're done here. That open space up there with two tank destroyers on the hill, not really my cup of tea. I can see the west flank is in trouble, so why not run over there? And you see how quickly the pattern accelerates. I mean, it gets up to its top speed. It's very modest top speed, by the way, but it gets there very quickly. Maybe it's because there's not so far to go. But anyway, it keeps top speed very well. It traverses very quickly. It's pretty good at keeping the speed uphill and so on. It doesn't bleed speed in turns and these kind of things, which is nice. Now I'm doing something which you would normally do with a pattern, which is snipe. The accuracy for long-range engagements it's inadequate, but it seems there's a gap in our line. I want to make sure that we have some kind of cover here in case some funny guy is going to try and run down. That gives you a bit of a shot over to the left side, but that was never ever gonna hit. But it seems okay if they go forward. Boom. I'll get some good shots into the side. Now that was a good shot. If I can just state this for the record, hitting these small things with this level of accuracy as they go traverse at full speed is not easy, and I have a great enjoyment out of every time I do it. But it turns out that this sniper position actually is good for covering the flank of our main base. So he'll come out here. I'll dunk a shot. Nope. Oh, well, yeah, there we go. It's bad shooting. I could have waited 4 seconds, 3 seconds. That would have contributed to that, but anyway. So this is so far not an extremely good game, but the reason I wanted to show you this was more to show you some positioning, some maneuvering, and how to really get the most out of your tank in terms of its maneuverability and playing to its strengths. Now the Patton strengths are very much gun depression, high DPM, good maneuverability, ability to keep speed in turns, but it has no armor. Just forget it. You don't have armor. Nope, you there in the corner, it does not have armor. Okay, so don't count on it. Just act as if you're driving around in a plastic bucket with a big gun. It also shows you the versatility of the Patton. If there is trouble on one flank, you can move there, and you can move back and forth across the map as your team needs you. There's a piece of artillery. Let's see if we can whack that. And oh, there's a wall. Risky, but I had no other choice, and I really wanted to grab him as well. So you know. Now I find myself facing two Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger, also known as the Rommelbommel for shorts, or the RV. So let's see what we can do with two Rommelbommels. Okay, here he is, coming out. I'm spotted. I need to be a little bit careful because of the artillery, but you look, I mean, just look at the maneuverability. Just wriggling that thing backwards and forwards, it's shaking its rear and its tush, and it's hammering shots in while moving. Many other tanks would not have made that shot. It's a very accurate shot while moving. Let's see. That's him gone. And now we're starting to rack up the damage. See, not all games start with you having a great game. I had a decent game, but I don't too many shots. Look at that. I just auto-aim, move up, and shoot straight off the bat. I don't even let the circle shrink a little bit. I just shoot. That is the pattern for you. My favorite tank in the game, probably. Though I like the Centurion. And when the Chieftain comes in, that will probably be my new favorite tank. I'm not sure about the Centurion Action 10 they were talking about. It's not a real tank. Chieftain is a real tank, and an awesome one at that. Anyway, I'm not even running low on health here, so I auto aim, I snap it, and I'm back. It's something I've started doing recently, this auto aim thing. 3, 2, 1. And here I stop the tank and actually aim in. And you notice how I stop the tank 2 seconds before being reloaded, so I give myself time to aim in. So that's it for this time. We will see you soon in the next video on medium tanking.